Hello, you beautiful, wonderful people, and welcome back to another video, another day, another absolute ton of Manchester City news. I've been travelling today and I've been in London, so I've not been able to jump on during the bedlam that was Friday the 15th of July, when absolutely everything seemed to go down today. It's been crazy. But, you know, that is football, and sometimes football does do that. Sometimes you do have days where absolutely tons of news breaks, so you have to try and wade through it all and decide whether this is the right kind of day to take some of it seriously or not. And today, of course, we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. It's good to see so many people already tuning in live as well. Let me readjust the camera. I just accidentally knocked it with my mic, with my foot, sorry. It's under the table. It's good to see people tuning in already. I would say, if you don't mind supporting the channel, please do hit that like button. Please do hit the subscribe button. Let's get that live count going up as we do it. Because it does help more people see the video if you do hit the like button. So let's try and get to like 100 likes, 200 likes very, very, very quickly. So, this is Everything Is Happening Day. It really is. There is genuinely going to be loads of things to talk about. We got Riyad Mahrez's contract extension to talk about. We got Nathan Aki, baby. Nathan Aki, whoa. Allegedly staying. I had to get that song in there. He's apparently staying. Zinchenko. Don't you dare go anywhere, Zinchenko. He could be going to Arsenal, according to reports, which he seems absolutely crazy. Bernardo was linked to Barcelona again. Like, what? And the internet has been awash. An absolute awash with Neymar rumours. So there's loads and loads and loads to talk about. Loads and loads to talk about, and we will be talking about all that as well. So grab yourself a brew. You've still got time to go and do that. Hello to people in the chat. Guy, member 3 months. You legend. Good evening, Stephen. Hope all is well. I'm wonderful, mate. Take a week off still. When I had the camera down my throat about 2 weeks ago. I've had a cough since then. It's driving me mad, man. It's driving me mad. Absolutely driving me mad. Guy, you're a legend. Thank you so much. Darcy is a member for 2 months as well. Thank you so much. This is great news. Big up, Riyadh. It is indeed, and we'll get onto that very, very soon as well. Patrick, 23. What a legend. Looking good, Stephen. Thank you so much. Been busy and ready for all the good info you are going to feed me. Mate, I'm going to spoon feed you all that info, so get ready. This is dessert time, man. This is dessert time. Paul saying Bernardo's one we're all trying to ignore because nobody wants that to happen. It's not often we lose a player who was in his prime. Indeed, man. Bernardo, well, do I need a drink? Oh, the wife's in the chat. I do need a drink. Thank you so much. I also would like to say, quickly go over to the people supporting this video. Who wants to win a Phil Foden shirt? Who wants to win indeed? I sounded so northern then. Because I am northern, I guess. Who wants to win a Phil Foden signed shirt? If you want to win a Phil Foden signed shirt, as you can see in the corner, this competition ends. It ends at 7:30. I think that price is wrong. I apologise. I think it's $4.95. I'll update that right now. But this competition ends in an hour from now. So if you want to win a Phil Foden signed and custom frame Manchester City shirt, please do enter this competition right now. Click the link in the description below. There's only like a few entries left in terms of actual space, so you can get involved and all that kind of stuff and go and win yourself a Phil Foden framed shirt by Football Prizes. They are totally legit, don't worry. I've been working with Football Prizes for absolutely ages now, so I would absolutely recommend going over to Football Prizes, downloading that. Let me get that on screen a bit better there. There we go. And you could win a Phil Foden signed shirt. There's loads of other little prizes as well, by the way. A Man City shirt, like this beautiful one here. There's 2 hospitality tickets for the Bournemouth game, which is phenomenal. The first home game of the season. There's some signed other stuff, and there's like an Etihad kind of like, what is that? I can't really see what that is. That's an Etihad's stadium tour for 2. Loads of little prizes, and it ends at 7:30 tonight's competition. So click the link in the description if you want to go and win a Phil Foden signed and framed shirt. I keep thinking how good it would be have it on the back of the door there or something like that. I ain't going to win these competitions because I'm obviously working with them. You know, I think I could enter actually if I wanted to. But you could win. And do let me know if you enter, and do let me know if you win as well. Phil Foden, football prizes, link in the description. What is not to love about all that? What is not to love? Go do it. Get over there, guys. You will not regret it. So, loads going on. Absolutely loads going on. FaZe has no with a super chat.
Big up to FaZe. Says, Joe Romero is Barcelona's PR machine. That is all. Yeah, so we'll start a little bit with the Bernardo news, actually. We'll go on to the Mahrez one in very soon. But yeah, this came today from Gerard Romero, who's essentially, he is a Barca patsy, basically. There is loads of suggestions that, it's mainly Gerard Romero saying that Barcelona are going to get Bernardo for less than 80 million euros, which is about 65 to 67 million pounds, which is incredibly cheap for a guy who literally was in the Premier League Team of the Year last season. That's the problem you got here. Like, Bernardo's been so good that his value is now an awful lot higher. So, Bernardo, mate, if you're going to be that good, look, you have to accept the price is a lot. And I absolutely agree, FaZe, man. Like, thank you so much for Super Chat, by the way. Really, really appreciate it. So I agree, unfortunately. Dylan Black just dropping the pep emoji as well. Of course, there's always a chance for that. So I agree with FaZe, man. Like, it's not going to be easy to do. Of course, we'll go to the very big bit of news. I'll jump over to the Twitter aggregators and all that kind of stuff to read some quotes. Actually, I'll jump over to Man City's own website, which is obviously the place to go for the actual. Oh, so let me get rid of that. You know, you can still win that. It's still there. But let's get rid of this. Oh, now where's the other one gone? Where's it gone? There we go. So here, we're on Man City's website now, and what does it say? There is basically a bit of news about Riyad Mahrez signing a new 2-year contract extension with Man City. There's Cheeky doing his pose, by the way, there. The cheeky pose is everything. So basically, Riyad Mahrez has signed a new 2-year contract extension with Man City, pending a deal which will see the 31-year-old remain at the club until June 2025. Shall I read it like I'm a Sky Sports presenter? I'll read it for you now. Let me know. You can all review my presenter voice here. I'll give it a go. Because I ain't a pro at this shit. I'm just some YouTuber. Let's see how I go. The Algerian winger has become one of the integral figures in Pep Guardiola's squad since joining us from Leicester City in the summer of 2018. I failed already. I said ensuring. In the ensuing 4 seasons, Mahrez has helped City win 3 Premier League titles, 3 League Cups and an FA Cup, along with reaching a maiden Champions League final. How's it going? Today he has made 189 appearances for the club, scoring 63 goals and contributing 45 assists. Mahrez said, "I'm very happy to sign the new deal. I've enjoyed every single minute of my time here. It's a pleasure to be part of such an incredible club. To have helped us achieve the success we've enjoyed in the past 4 seasons has been unforgettable and made us all hungry to look to achieve even more. I'd also like to thank Pep, Cheeky and the coaching staff both for the way they have helped me develop as a player and for pushing me to continue to improve." So yeah, I agree with all that. Cheeky also had this to add. Riyad has played a major part in our success for the 4 years since he joined us, and we are all delighted he has agreed this new deal. He has brought so much to the club with his skill, talent, commitment and desire to win, evident from the moment he first arrived. I also know that Pep and the coaching staff relish working with Riyad. He's one of the most exciting wingers operating in the game, and we're all very excited to know he will be part of our ongoing drive to try and achieve more success. That's good stuff, man. That's very, very good news, isn't it? That's wonderful news, you know. Riyad extending. He's obviously not the youngest player anymore, Riyad. He's I think he's 31 years old. So I guess what this is basically is it's us sort of just it's us sort of locking down the seniority in the squad, you know. I think it's pretty obvious that Man City have zero plans to sell Mahrez, and they don't mind if he sort of fade out in a couple of years from now or something like that, man. So I guess that's the idea, is that we let Mahrez just sort of settle, you know, as he gets older around the team, passes on invaluable experience to someone like Cole Palmer, and we obviously don't want to sell him. I guess we view the money that we paid for him a few years back as absolutely enough to just let him essentially go on a free when he wants to in 2025. At that point, he'll be, 33, maybe 33, 34, and at that point, I actually probably agree. Let him go at that point. So... excuse me, that's a very sensible bit of business, really. Phil, obviously, he's been excellent. Riyad Mahrez, and he's become really popular in the squad as well. Obviously, we all know about Riyad's pasta due to that little documentary. So That's huge. Obviously, like the fact that he's become such a liked member of the team. I'm not sure if he was beforehand. I'm sure he actually was. But the thing is, for me, is you can tell he's just comfortable here now. I think he's got his missus is local as well. He's got a kid on the way. He seems very settled in the area. He's also seemed to have developed. Like, I think there's in general, and I know this because obviously I'm older than Riyad by some way, man. But what I tend to notice as certain players get older, or as people get older, they develop a sense of comfortableness in their skin. When you get to your 30s, you sort of do know who you are, and you guys will hopefully feel this too. I know, and there'll be people in the 30s watching this, and maybe those in the 30s can probably relate to this, or maybe agree with me, maybe they disagree. But there's a lot of younger people watching this who probably don't know it yet. But when you get to your 30s, you do start to know who you are, and there's a real power to that. And you settle a little bit more, you're more calm, you're relaxed, and you just essentially become a bit of a senior member of the squad and all that kind of stuff. And in general, life comes a little bit more measured when you're 30s because you just like yourself. And I reckon that's what Mahrez is, that situation now, where he knows where he's in, he likes his career, he likes his family, and he also realises he's actually one of the older guys now. The wife's here. Thank you so much, wife.
You didn't tell
Oh,
me.
no, I'll bring out the card in the bed. Sleep downstairs, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, beautiful.
I did ask you, but you didn't reply to me.
I didn't see it, sorry. She's a good wife. So basically, and when you're in your 30s, you get a wife who drops off drinks for you. It's great. So, I mean, this is where Mahrez is at now in his career, and I think he relishes it, and I think Manchester City know that as well. I think they've noticed his seniority, his popularity around the team, and the way that his game has evolved as well. So, to me, that is huge, and to be honest, I think his game has evolved a little bit. I think he used to be a little bit frustrated a couple of years ago, and I remember all the Mahrez fanboys used to hated me for pointing that out. I was right. I'm sorry. As good as he was frustrated a couple of years ago because he still had the tendency to try and do it himself a little bit, and he did have the tendency to try and dribble when he should have. He should have passed, every now and then or whatever. But that is adapted, and his game has changed, and he knows who he is now. He's much more of a team player as opposed to a soloist, and I think that benefits everyone. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, Mahrez, this is good news. Sometimes you need to keep a bit of experience, especially when you've lost a lot of experience, which we have this summer, and we could lose even more. So we've got a couple of super chats to get to. Neil Sina. Oh, Neil, mate. Listen, look, Neil Senior. This is a sort of basically the dream. You put Ballon d'Or podium next year. All City players: Haaland, Neymar, and KDB. You cheeky little so and so. We'll get on to Neymar in a minute, but that is, I mean, come on, man. Like, imagine that though. That is just fantasy land, isn't it? Oh, look, Neymar. We'll get on to Neymar in a bit. Hello, Kieran, by the way, and hello to Guy and Darcy and everyone else in the chat. We'll get on to Neymar in a bit, but just keep that thought in your head. But there's a very good chance a couple of those are going to be on the podium next year. None of the usual stuff. Messi and Ronaldo aren't going to be in the Ballon d'Or podium next year. Their time has moved on. So it could be, it could be your man Haaland. It could be your man KDB. And who knows if Neymar comes to Manchester City? Who knows what he could do? Who knows? My boy Scott as well, big Denemy energy, saying Mahrez is a great extension. We have a lot of youth. Excuse me. It allows us to let Palmer walk in behind him. I would be gutted to see Bernardo and Zinny go. We can't let Zinny go if we don't have Cucurella. On his first point, yep, Mahrez is a great extension, and we do have a lot of youth, and sometimes you do need that experience. And as you said, it gives us time to let Palmer, who essentially, in my personal opinion, is the heir apparent. He's a mini Mahrez in his style. He's a young version of Mahrez. I think he plays so similar. Maybe even pops, hopefully, more suited to Manchester City in the way that we play in terms of he's developed how he developed his style at Man City, so it'll be more suited to the pass and move kind of system. But yeah, I absolutely agree. Arkansas J, by the way, keeps asking if I'm going to America for preseason. Guys, I can't afford it. I would love to come to America, but I've got a little bambino on the way. I can't afford to drop $1,000 to get to the US right now. I just don't have the money. I have the money, but it's paying for the wood burner, which we've got installed, and the windows replaced downstairs because we need to get the windows replaced because of single glazing. So unfortunately, I can't afford to put $1,000 to go to America as much as I would love to. Oh well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But City, if you're watching somehow and you need some fans out there, let me know. They won't. Scott also said it'd be good to see Bernardo and Zinny go. We can't let Zinny go. We don't have Cucurella. For what it's worth, I think you're right, mate. I don't think we would do, man. I think the only way that Zinny goes is if we do get the replacement. I think it would be Cucurella. Zinny, I don't want him to see him go, man. I fucking love Zinny. Like, he's a cult hero, isn't he? He's one of those guys that absolutely gets the club. He absolutely gets the fans. But the problem is, I don't think he gets what he wants in terms of he wants to be a midfielder, you know? I think he wants to play midfield, and I think his best chance of doing that is actually going to Arsenal or something like that. He's obviously not going to be the first choice anytime soon at City. And if he wants to move on and maybe start developing his own career a little bit, I would get that and I would understand that, you know? I don't like it. I don't like it, but we'll have to see. As for Bernardo, we'll get onto that in a bit, mate. But Bernardo that's a disaster potentially. David Wobbinson, Erling Foden drama at Strange Ways. What? I don't get it. Erling Foden drama at Strange Ways. PRI Phil Haaland. Mate, I have no idea what you're on about. I'm sorry, pal. Thanks for the super chat, but honestly, you're talking cryptic there. PRI. Can anyone translate that? I honestly don't know what's going on there, mate. Sorry, pal. I have no idea what's going on. But, yeah, interesting. Rowan Mittal saying Palmer will learn so much from Mahrez. Absolutely, Rowan. I absolutely agree. Palmer is in the exact right place to learn how to play the game at a very high level, to learn how to be a Manchester City player, a Manchester City winger, and all those things. So, for me... that is what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So it's all very good news. And thank you guys for the super chats there. A few questions from the members. Guys saying Haaland's apparently with a small injury. Yeah, look, everyone's asking about Haaland in the... yeah, David Wobbs said Stranger's Prison. I know what you mean. I know Stranger's Prison. But what do you mean about Erling Foden? I don't get the reference to Stranger's Prison, David. Sorry, pal. I don't get it. I don't get what you mean in terms of what Foden and Erling got to do with Stranger's Prison. But yeah, like apparently Haaland's got a small niggle. I wouldn't worry about that, you know. A small injury, like we don't know what it is. It could be anything. It could be one of those things where he's come back, he's a little bit stiff, and they've gone, right, given your history with injuries, we are going to make sure you do some conditioning work. We're going to put you in the gym. We're going to work you with the physios. We're going to make sure that by the start of the season, you're absolutely fine. Look, if it's a small niggle, you know, then... I'm not concerned. It's not an injury. That's what Sam Lee reported anyway. Look, I don't panic until there's a reason to panic. He'll be absolutely fine. I reckon City are just taking no chances on him, his fitness, and they're trying to work out how best to maintain and manage his body over the next season. I'm Harbinger as well, also asking about the friendlies in America. No, I'm sorry, mate. I won't be going to America just because I can't afford it, unfortunately. No chance, sadly. Dylan Black asking, is McAtee going to play in the wing? Maybe. That's the rumours, man. We'll see. We'll see how that goes down. I would not complain about him, you know, staying on the wing. So today, I'm going to go through all the other news as well. Let's jump over to here. The news that came out about 9 hours ago now was that David Ornstein reported that Nathan Ake is staying at Manchester City. Apparently, he's pleased to stay. I think in general, Nathan Ake is just, you know, pretty content. You know, like... to be at Man City because we are a great team, and I'm sure he would go for first team football somewhere else, but largely, you know, he's very happy with this, and so I am fine with this. Like, this is good news. This is very good news because Ake, I'm sure we would have replaced him fine, but we don't need to get a new centre back. So if Ake will stay, and man, you got better last season. This is excellent news. In fact, like Ake is a very likable, very senior, very responsible, very reliable member of this first team squad, and proved last season that he does have the quality to not let us down when the going gets tough. So for me, this is really good news. This is really good news. So Nathan Ake, baby. Nathan Ake, whoa. Who actually sang that along with me? I bet a few of you did in your head, didn't you? So that's excellent news. That started off what was a crazy day. Ake, to me, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we would have replaced him, but there is so much going on that I didn't want any more news today. And then a little bit more news went round that, according to Jack Gorn is very reliable, and it seems, you know, it doesn't seem to be a surprise if this is actually true. Jack Gorn said Alexander Zinchenko is expected to complete a move from Man City to Arsenal. I think this is actually going to happen. The report suggests around £35 million. Look, I'm not happy with this. Like, personally, I think he should stay. I appreciate it if he wants to go, but the only way I'll accept this is if we do get Cucurella in, because, look, he's a natural left-footed left-back who's probably a little bit more comfortable in that role, but Zinchenko's a really important, crucial part of this squad. And I think there's a risk of us missing him a little bit, if I'm being honest. I'm sure Cucurella will be excellent, and I don't mind a backup player going as long as you replace them. But it's sad news, man. He's very likeable, Zinchenko, isn't he? He's a really likeable, really smart member of our squad. So I don't want to see him go anytime soon, personally. Hopefully he will stay. We'll see. So here we go. According to Lou Martin on the July 10th, Bernardo Silva has not asked or hinted about leaving Man City this summer. But that hasn't stopped some reports, which I haven't got on here, from Gerard Romero saying Bernardo could go to Barcelona. Like, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. The reason I don't see it is because they have to get rid of Frenkie de Jong. That stuff's an absolute mess. And then, even then, they don't necessarily have the capital to do it. And also, I think they'll try and cheap out on it. Look, it's going to be £80 million. £80 million, not euros. Like, City aren't going to sell Bernardo Silva on the cheap. And I know look, we've just proven that we won't sell Ake on the cheap. And Bernardo is twice as important and twice the player of Nathan Ake, with all due respect to Ake. We are not going to sell Bernardo Silva for £65 million, which is what the report suggests. We are not going to do that. It's absolutely not going to happen, man. It isn't. And we are definitely not going to replace Bernardo in Neymar, which someone's just put in the chat. Neymar is not a Bernardo replacement in anyone's world, in anyone's sense at all. That is just not something to consider, because it's just a very, 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 very different kind of world entirely. But to me, I don't know. I don't really see this as something that we have to worry about with when it comes to Bernardo Silva yet. I think he'll stay, mainly because I don't think they've got the money or the wherewithal to actually make it happen. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll have to see. No homophobia, please, in the chat. I'll put you in a timeout for that. It's not acceptable at all. As much as I'm sure some people are nice. No homophobia in the chat, please. It's generally not acceptable. When it gets down to the Neymar stuff, well, people be going, where has all this come from? So, this came from, basically, it came from a forum. It came from Blue Moon Forum. And on there's an ITK, which stands for In the Know. And there's a guy called 9320 Blue over on Blue Moon Forum who allegedly suggested that City are going to blow the internet apart. And last night you went crazy about the idea of City melting the internet and signing a player that is going to absolutely change the game. And this morning pretty much suggested it is Neymar. Now I don't know if it's true. It's a guy in a forum. He has got a good rep, but people with good reps get things all the time wrong. But obviously when you've got a little bit of news like this, I'm sitting back because I'm tired. Obviously when you've got a little bit of news like this, it's going to it's going to reach Twitter, and then Twitter's going to reach journalists, and journalists are going to write articles about it. And we've not seen anyone mainstream from the actual transfer space. Anyone who is actually a person go near this news story yet. So I think we have to be a little bit cautious about this. We have to be very cautious about believing things via forums, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And look, we all know Neymar's available because there is essentially no love between Neymar and Mbappe, allegedly, and they want to move him on, all this kind of stuff. And we do actually know, genuinely, that Guardiola said, and it's a quote, I can't remember the exact quote, so I'm running a little bit loose here with the quote, but it was something along the lines of Barcelona would have won more Champions Leagues if Neymar stayed. It was something like that. And Neymar's also said, I would love to train under Guardiola one day. So they love each other. Manchester City could be tempted by the idea of a superstar, and we have just lost a superstar winger. So people are going, fucking hell, this could be something. Now, where do I stand on this? Neymar has a reputation for being toxic. Neymar misses half of the season, genuinely does, every year. Neymar is 31 years old. Neymar costs an awful lot of money. And Neymar has a reputation, whether it's true or not, of being a little bit lazy. So said Sterling's not a superstar. Come on, I'm not saying he's Neymar, mate, but you know what I'm getting at. Sterling is obviously one of the most famous wingers in world football. Anyway, so Neymar's all those things. Yet, at the same time, Neymar is Neymar. So my head is like, all right then. Neymar is not a good fit for Manchester City. He isn't. he's one of those signings where I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. But he's kind of the guy, if he joined Man City, I'd be like, I'm probably going to enjoy this. He's one of those things where he's like, I can accept that he's not a superstar and maybe he's an indulgence, but indulgences are sweet and tasty. You know, like when you like, he's one of those things where I would watch every single minute he's on the pitch, and I actually weirdly think I saw some stats actually which do show that he does actually work harder than people give him credit for. And as someone else just said in the chat, just apostrophe with what a name, just said, if one manager can get the best out of Neymar, it's Pep. So I cannot deny that the idea of watching Neymar under Pep does not get me excited. I think he drives you mad. He rolls about. He feigns injury. He's a little bitch sometimes, but he's also Neymar. And Neymar is exceptionally talented. And I do think he'd be humbled a little bit having to work under Guardiola. Alston, my day's been good, mate. How's your day been? It's been long, actually. 6 hours travelling today, so I'm knackered. I was doing some stuff with BT Sport today, down in London, which is very fascinating. And it'll be on. I was with Robbie Savage, actually. I can't say when it was, but that'll be on TV soon. It was testing my belief as a fan, which was interesting. It came out good. So basically, but Neymar he's a superstar. He's an absolute elite superstar. Putting my personal business head on. Look, I'm a YouTuber. You guys know what I do for a living. I make YouTube videos. This is what I do for a living. Look, the idea of putting Neymar on a Manchester City shirt, this is a Messi level signing. It just is if it happens. So on a personal level, look, I want Neymar in my thumbnails. I can't deny that. You know, it helps my channel. It helps my videos. And it makes Manchester City a bigger proposition around the world. So I can't deny that on a personal level, I probably benefit a little bit from having Neymar at Manchester City. But also, he's fucking brilliant. It's weird because you can not like someone, but also go, yeah, but he's also brilliant. And I also do think you would actually, I do actually think you would find his love of football get a little bit more if he was at Man City. You know, I actually do believe that. I do think Guardiola would get him working hard. Essentially as well, I don't think we have to worry about Neymar's attitude or anything like that, because I think he's been indulged a bit of too much at PSG. And I do think largely he's probably I think he would actually work hard, adapt to how we play. I think Guardiola, he just wouldn't play him. He just wouldn't play him if he didn't work hard. And I think the fact that Guardiola would bench him if he didn't play, it makes it interesting. I also wonder if we'd go for a loan or something like that. You know, 1 year loan or something like that. The wages would be affordable. Look, Neymar does demand big wages because he's Neymar. I think even most Man City players would appreciate that and all that kind of stuff. So it'd be very fascinating to see what we do if we do get him in. I do think there's a chance here of this actually having some validity. While you guys are all here, by the way, I also would like to quickly draw attention to this because it finishes in half an hour now. This here is a competition to win a Phil Foden signed shirt. Click the link in the description if you want to win a Phil Foden signed shirt. Simple as that. It ends in half an hour, this competition. You got to pay a few quid to enter, but imagine having that on your wall. But there's also 9 instant prizes as well. So, you know, literally like a lot, 10%, like 5% of the people entering the competition will win something. So you could win a Phil Foden signed and framed shirt, the new home kit maybe, 2 hospitality tickets, to Bournemouth, stadium tour, and loads of other little things. So go and enter that now. Link in the description. Link in the description below. Go and do it. So for me, I think the Neymar thing is genuinely, it could be a goer. It could be a goer. And ultimately, I do think as much as we all know he can be a pain in the arse, the temptation of watching Neymar link up with Haaland and De Bruyne and Foden and so on, it's just a bit stupid. It's a bit stupid. Having said that, I understand. Look, essentially, I'm in the middle. I don't think it's a Man City transfer, and I don't think we really should do it. But at the same time, if it happens, I'm going to enjoy it. I mean, that's fair, man. Like, you don't have to be fully against either. Also, yeah, we have to stop him going for his sister's birthday all the time. None of that bullshit. Someone's just asked for the super chat. Let me go down. Where are we? Alex said preferred front three for next season. Where are we? Wrong one.
Mine would be, well, based on the players that are currently here, it would be Foden, Haaland, and probably Mahrez, I reckon. It'd be that's probably my preferred front three. Maybe you could put Foden on the right, Grealish on the left. I don't know. Be something like that, I reckon. But look, imagine a window if we had something like, if we brought in Ortega as a backup keeper. So look, Stefan out, Ortega in. That's an upgrade. Cucurella in, Zinchenko out. That's level. Some people would say that's an upgrade. Maybe it is an upgrade as well because he's an actual established, high-performing, one of the best left-backs in the league and generally high-performing, natural width getting forward, just allow people like Grealish to cut in. Yeah, so that's a quality little signing. Calvin Phillips is definitely a replacement on Fernandinho, an upgrade right now. Not Fernandinho's overall quality, but where Fernandinho was last season with his age. That is definitely, in my opinion, an upgrade. Then you've got Haaland and Alvarez for Jesus and Sterling, but then maybe Neymar. Like, if you bring in Cucurella, Ortega, Phillips, Sterling, Alvarez, and maybe Neymar, that is just the most stupid transfer window I have ever seen. And like, to me, that would just be, it would be off the chain level of fascinating and good. Like, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like, we don't need Neymar, and maybe we shouldn't get him. I don't know, but all I know is that it's going to be fascinating to see how it goes. It'd be interesting to see. Matthew said, surely if this was true though, not true though, they would have come out and denied it by now, like Felix and Gnabry. Well, not necessarily, because no one's reported it yet. Like, there's been no mainstream reports. It's just been forum rumours. You know, like the national press hasn't gone anywhere near the Neymar stuff. It's just people on Twitter and forums. So they're not going to deny something that has more or less zero validity, in the mainstream space, because they don't have to, because it hasn't reached that. Look, if other people start doing it, David, no worries, mate. But David Robinson, don't worry about it, pal. I appreciate the apology, but none of that stuff. But we've all learned a lesson there. Thank you very much to the wife. Wifey's just put on the message. I'm gonna go over to this. I'm gonna highlight this one because it's bloody adorable. The wife's just put. Oh, where is it? Look at that. Your baby is kicking. Our little one is currently just in Nicola's belly kicking away, which is absolutely the cutest thing in the world and makes my heart melt. October, and there'll be a new member on the Esteemed Kompany channel, the Esteemed Kompany fam. I haven't presented videos before you even know it. It'd be fascinating. What's the source for Neymar? Mate, it's just some people on the forum, so we'll have to see. Our baby's been kicking for ages, by the way, now. The little one absolutely bops my hand, and I love it. It's great fun. So that warms my heart. Will Cancelo wear the number 7 shirt, AJ? I don't know, but he was wearing it in training, wasn't he? So we'll have to see. City theme baby name? We'll have to find out, won't we? We'll have to find out. Gnabry's not going to happen because he's signed a new contract, apparently. So no Gnabry stuff there. But it's going to be interesting to see how it develops. It's going to be... This summer's already been fascinating. Look, I know people get upset about the turnover of players and all this kind of stuff, but for me, I like it. I like change, I just find change in football fascinating. I really like seeing new players in a Manchester City shirt. Like watching the same players week in, week out, wearing the same, the same stuff. Playing the same players playing the same football week in, week out is great. But after a couple of years, 3 years, you do start to crave something a little bit different. Well, I do anyway. Like, I've watched Jesus and Sterling for best part of a decade, literally that long. And as great as it was, you start to see everything that they can do. And there's a warm familiarity to that. But likewise with Fernandinho, look, these players have been around for the best part of a decade and so on. And I like the idea every now and then of seeing new things to be excited about. I honestly like seeing new players. I like seeing new stories unfold because football is emotional. Football is about the drama. Football is about that unpredictability. And new players bring new stories and new legends and new excitement. And it's fascinating. So for me, I like it. And I also think it's essential. You have to absolutely refresh your squad every now and then because things get samey, you get samey for the manager and you get samey for everyone else. It's essential. It's essential. So I think it's a very, very, very interesting and very necessary little bit of business. John Lloyd, welcome, man. John Lloyd has become a member.
Lloydie, thank you so much, John Lloyd. You're an absolute legend. Appreciate it, man. Big love to John. You're an absolute superstar. Thank you so much, John, for supporting the channel. It really does help. Esteemedcompany.co. YouTube.com/Esteemed Company /join if you want to help support the channel a tiny bit more. If not, keep on liking those videos. Get those likes up as well. Let's get to 250 likes if we can. We can all do it. Oh, Nicola, look at this from Nicola as well over there, man. She's just put, I'm not even joking. I just put the phone to my belly and the baby start kicking even more because they can hear their dad. Little Baba can hear my voice and starts kicking even more. It's very cute. Love the little thing already. But I'm choosing my words very carefully because we don't want to give away the gender. Neil said, in Champions League, sometimes we need Magic, Neymar and Haaland. That's a good point, by the way. You have to... Nicola, I saw that. You have to have a little bit of superstarness every now and then. So yeah, you have to do. You have to have a bit of superstarness every now and then. And Neymar is a superstar. Like, I don't know. Like I absolutely. It's here we go. I'm gonna do a poll. Neymar at City. That is the world's worst question. I'm so sorry. I've done. Look, there we go. I've just put a really terrible one, like Neymar's in like no or yeah, Mar. I'm so sorry. But anyway, get on that poll there and let me know what you reckon. And you will, and I want to see what everyone reckons. So nay is for like no, and yeah is for yeah, obviously. I've worded that so clumsily. I apologise, but I was just trying to do a pun and all that kind of stuff. So let me know what you reckon. That's where it goes. Look, ignore everything I've just said. Go for your instincts, because I know I tried. Look, I also think it could be a terrible idea, but it could be fun. Football is ultimately is a maverick, you know. And look, if people want to see Neymar in a Man City shirt, they are right. In the same way that people maybe don't are right too. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to see Neymar in a Man City shirt because he's Neymar. But there's also nothing wrong with not wanting to either. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I actually think there isn't a right or wrong answer. There's just different views of what people want from football. People want to watch people like Neymar because they're fascinating footballers. They are full of skill. They're full of excitement, and people also don't want Neymar because they aren't the epitome of dedication and work rate and all that kind of stuff and focus. And I get it; you're both right, and I don't have the answer. I'm just pretty relaxed, man, and I think that's a relatively fair, relatively reasonable viewpoint. It's currently an absolute tie, which is fascinating, man. 50, look at that, 50-50. That is, well about now, man, 50-50. That is one for people. Bit of Simon Webb there. No one knows that song from years ago. Brian's just dropping Neymar, Haaland, Foden. Oh, man. It's fascinating, isn't it? We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see how it goes. But guys, I'm knackered after doing a lot of travelling. I'm going to end the video there. One final time. I would like to give this... I keep pressing the wrong thing. Where am I going? Let me go over here. Where are we? I want to give one big final push to this competition, which ends in half an hour, bang on. Literally ends in half an hour. If you want to go and win a Phil Foden signed shirt, go and do it now. Click the link in the description. Football prizes. .co.uk, you can do it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go and have some food because I'm absolutely starving and all that kind of stuff. I'm tired and a bit knackered from doing an awful lot of travelling. I've done some very interesting videos too, which you'll see in the coming weeks, I'm sure. For now though, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you make of all that news from today, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for another video. In a bit. Good night and have a wonderful weekend and evening. Bye-bye. Love you all loads. In a bit, guys.